Hey, greetings everyone. My name is Bart, and I'm coming to you from my home office in St. Louis. I also spend a great deal of time up in New York, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about me and what I am going to help you create and what we offer here with this very special way of creating a huge network market and how we do things just differently. My New York brother Rudy and I have spent a great deal of time putting this together. We're so excited about it, so proud of what we created. But let me tell you a little bit about myself and my background. I am a trainer, I'm a motivational speaker, I'm an author. I have also spent a good deal of time working with people in the entertainment industry, as you can tell from my wall here. Not only people in the Broadway and in the theater community, but also aspiring musicians, independent filmmakers. I myself have a novel I just completed that's actually being shopped around right now for a screenplay. So that's one of the niche groups that I work with and I look toward. But guys, it's so much more than just that. I've been involved in network marketing before, and just like probably you, I was not very successful. It just did not work for me because you see, the old way of doing network marketing, that has got to change. Network marketing has evolved, and the reason it's evolved is thanks to the power of the internet and what the internet has to offer, and the fact that the world is truly at our fingertips. But for me, it all really came down to about 3 years ago. You see, my previous time in network marketing, I was in network marketing and just was not successful. I sold healthy chocolate, and all I did was get fat off of healthy chocolate. No one wanted to buy it. Then I was involved with another network marketing group, and the product was actually quite good, but it was quite expensive. And there was a high ticket price, but also a high commission for it. But I also had to pass up my first two sales, and I didn't like that. I mean, did all this work, and I passed up my first two sales, and I learned after the first one I passed up, you don't pass up a superstar. You got to get qualified first, and then you'll get your superstars. So none of that just really worked for me. And so then I said, you know what, I'm just going to do something myself. And I did some independent work and things, and had a great time just being self-employed. I've been self-employed for most of my adult life. Absolutely love it. Independent consulting with corporations. But guys, I said 3 years. It's actually been 4 years ago now. Something really powerful happened to me. You see, as a kid, I was always taught you strive to be the very best. And you strive to always do your very best. And my goal growing up was to be a one percenter. The problem was, I never really said 1% in what. And so about 4 years ago, I was really starting to wear down, felt very lethargic, things just weren't working for me. And I went to have my annual checkup, and I'll never forget, the doctor looked at me, he said, "It's time. We have to get you to a surgeon." And I said, "What?" And so I went and talked to the surgeon, and he was a heart specialist. And come to find out, I had all my adult life, all my life actually, had all my life, a very rare congenital heart defect that I never knew I had. And that heart defect is found in only 1% of the population. I achieved my goal. It wasn't the goal that I was looking to achieve, but I achieved my goal of being a one percenter. But the next thing he told me stopped me cold in my tracks. You see, I had about 6 days left, and that's it. And so I spent some time really putting my whole life into context. And by the time they rolled me in for surgery, I had come to the conclusion that whatever happened, I was happy with. No regrets. Moving forward. And I remember after being out for about 10 hours, surgery was about 8 hours long. After being out for about 10 hours, I remember waking up, and the very first thing that I remember thinking was, there's a reason I woke up, and I've got to find that reason. And since May 8th, 2015, I've been on a journey to find that reason. And that has led me to me talking to you today. Because you see, I did find some real success with network marketing. And I found a network marketing group that is the most unique, powerful group I've ever seen. And I'm not going to tell you about that because that's not the reason that I'm here. The reason I'm here is because how I am building a team, how it is working. You see, in the previous ways, we were told to make lists of friends and families and call up all your friends and call up all your family members, and you would have living room parties or picnic parties, or you would go set up at a hotel, or you would be at a coffee shop and do a presentation, and that's all well, fine, and great. And it works for a lot of people, but it didn't work for me. First of all, most of my friends are in New York. Most of my friends are all over this country, out in California, not here in St. Louis. So to have that at my fingertips was a real challenge. So I followed the guidelines and things were okay. But then I discovered a more powerful way to do it. And the more powerful way to do it is the fact that we have hacked into how to create a network market non-traditionally and how to make it work. It will absolutely blow your mind. Because see, here's what's going to happen. People are going to come to you and want to join your team. But here's the real key to it. You see, one of the things that I learned with the group I'm with right now is that it's one thing just to recruit someone and to have them join your team. That's the old model. Because the old model says the more you recruit, the more you have join your team, the more money you make. They never said you need to recruit people who are going to work. They just want you to recruit people. Because what happened is that the people in your upline, they just kept benefiting from the work you were doing, and you were trying to get to the same level they get to. Well, with this, it's very different. Because you see, the very first step is an application process. And through that application process, you're going to know the quality of person you're going to be getting. You're going to know whether or not they have MLM experience, or network marketing experience, or self-employment experience. You're going to know what brought them to the table. And you're going to have an ability to then have a dialogue with them based on what they tell you, and you're going to know whether or not you have alignment. There are people that I have talked to that I've said, you know what, we're just not a good fit. And man, I am so happy when I do that, because that tells me the system works. The system is working. As my hoodie says, I'm trusting the process, because that's what you've got to do. So you see, with what we create here, there is an application process. Now, one thing that does stand is that in network marketing, when you make those lists and you have those living room parties and go to the hotel rooms and our hotel conference rooms, and you do all those things, they're saying you're belly to belly with someone and getting to know them. And they're right. Belly to belly is one of the greatest ways. But belly to belly doesn't have to mean you sit across the table from someone and having a cup of coffee. Belly to belly can be just like what we're doing right now. With the internet, with Zoom, with Skype, with FaceTime, with instant messaging, with all the things that we have at our fingertips, you can get to know someone. Guys, I have people on my team I talk to on a regular basis that I have never met. And I may not. But they're very valuable team members. I have team members in Europe, in Australia, in California, in New York, in Minneapolis, right here in St. Louis, in Texas, all over I have team members, because that's what the power of this does. So here's what I'm saying to you. Take a look at this presentation, because here's what we're going to do. Rudy and I put together a program that we're willing to give you for free if you become a part of our team. Go through the application process. We'll have a conversation. We'll see whether or not we're a good fit. What we have here works with any network market. It also works with any recruiting that you may do. You may be in a self-employment where you have to recruit people. This works for that as well. Because here's what I will tell you. With what we do, we sell nothing. Nothing. We look for you and we give it away because we want to help you build. And by helping you build, you're part of our downline. You also are part of a group of people that we know sees a vision and gets it. Because see, it's not about a product. It never has been about a product. They can tell you that you're going to lose weight, you're going to reduce wrinkles, you're going to grow hair, you're going to buff up, whatever. Well, it only works if you work. And you only work when you have that vision. And it's from that vision that makes things happen. So guys, continue through. Put in that application. I'll give you a call. If you can't wait, you will see my phone number there. Call me. If I'm on the line, please leave a voicemail. I will get back to you as quickly as possible. My phone is busy and ringing almost all the time, but I want to talk to you. I want to meet you, and I want us to see whether or not we really can work together. Guys, I look forward to hearing from you. Again, my name is Bart Bartlett. I'm here in St. Louis. I call New York my second home. I can't wait to meet you.